What's going on, peeps? I thought I'd tap in real quick. Actually, get ready to go ahead and get me a workout. Been in this house all day. Well, not all day, not really. I actually got my morning started early. And then I came home and laid in the bed when I got done running all my routes early. But today is the day that I actually went and filed a petition for legitimation. And so that I can get the DNA testing done for my son. That's the only way I'll be able to exercise any rights at all here in Georgia. I talked to a couple people in other states. So I think it was what state was that? I spoke to this other chick. I forgot what state she's in, but she was like, she's never heard of legitimation. I think it was my sister that in Florida. I don't think they have legitimation going on in Florida. I'm not sure. I have to look it up. But she never heard of it anyway. And she got 5 kids, so she never heard of it. But in some states they have it going on, you know, where you have to do that. Some states they don't. But Georgia's one of them. And I filled mine. I went in and just downloaded the form. I didn't have to type it up. They already had a form already ready online. And you just fill in the blanks. You can fill it out with your cell phone. And then send it to your email or send it to your Telegram or whatever. Or, you know, you can Wi-Fi, print it out with your cell phone, you know, at your printer at home. And then you have to take it to the notary, take it to a notary and get it notarized. I wanted to get it notarized in the county where my son lives at, because that's what the law requires, you know. Since I do know where he lives and I know where she lives, you know, my son's mom. So I put her address on there and I went and filed it in her county where, you know, where she lives. And it was on what, $264 to file the petition. They give you a court case number and all that good stuff. And that's pretty much it. Now I'm just waiting for her to get, you know, tested, you know, for her to get served. She gets served and then we get a court order to go and get the DNA test done. And from that point, I can actually exercise my rights. And it makes sense. It makes sense. I guess one of the things that hindered me from even, and I touched on this on previous videos, from even I was kind of dodging this legitimation topic because I was just thinking it was such a trap. You know, automatically you give DNA, you're giving consent to be a part of this child support scheme and all this old stuff. And so I was trying to dodge that. And I'm like, how you gonna get your son back if you're not gonna go through that? So you gotta, you know, I don't know anybody that's ever learned how to swim and then get wet. Or anybody that ever learned how to ride a bike and then skin them knees up sometime. You're gonna fall sometime. You're gonna, you know, you gotta get in there. You gotta get involved in the fight. And even if you come out with a few scars here and there, you still won. You know, at the end of the day, you still won the war. I'm gonna do it's called my partner Mike. Shout out to my partner Mike. He actually hit me onto something to find out about my court case, because I tendered the case. I tendered my previous case and filed a motion in there. You know, people, you know, you got some people that looking up people court cases in the damn way. I filed a motion in there for relief from the child support order that's filed in my new case. You know, people who already know what took place in my new case. I went to the courthouse. For you that's probably watching this first video and too lazy to go look at the previous videos, I'll tell you, I went to the courthouse. It wasn't a courthouse, it's a little duplex building or whatever. And they had it set where they had these financial affidavits they wanted everybody who's going to participate in the hearing to fill out. And they said, well, you know, they forbid us to even, we can't be seen, you know, in a hearing. We can't participate in the hearing unless we fill out those financial documents. And if things want to know your tax information, your social, your name, your birthday, social, everything, all your financials, where you work at, your bank account information, your routing number, your account number. I'm like, and he said you got to fill out every line on there. He said that twice. I'm like, he literally said that. I'm like, I'm not giving these folks no information right there. And that's the reason why I walked out with the paperwork, and I didn't go in the hearing. And that's what resulted in them filing that child support order in my court case. However, that was a swindle move. And of course, I called it out in my motion that I filed in my court case. Not only that, I tendered the case. So I did both. I called it out on both of them, and I still tendered the case. But I'm going to do a notice of inquiry to find out exactly what's going on, the movement with my court case. Because here in Georgia, you can actually do a notice of inquiry to find out exactly more about the process. Is the process, is it on the move? Because they received my tender on the 20th of last month. I haven't heard nothing from them. They didn't send it back or nothing. So, and they never, so that's all I'm just calling it a tender. I don't go into the mechanics of what a tender, what it entails or whatever. I ain't gonna go into that on the internet at all. But I did do a tender of payment, so to discharge the case. Plus, I did a Rule 60 motion to dismiss, to what they call set aside motion for relief from judgment or order. That's what it's called here in Georgia. Because for the first, because that was a swindle move for them to even have an order in there in the first place. So I had to call that out, and I also sent a copy of I sent a copy to risk management. Risk management, according to the laws here in Georgia, if you plan to ever take any action, file an action against a government official, a government entity, you have to give notice first. You give them notice, and you're gonna have to give notice to risk management. Here in Georgia, I forgot the full name, but it's called Risk Management Services. That's the part 2 of the name. Something administrative, something. But it's risk management. You can type that inside your state into your Google. Say Arkansas's risk management, administrative risk management services, or something like that, and you'll find the company that where you can actually hold these companies accountable. And there's a code inside your state. It tells you what you need to do. A lot of y'all want to hold a entity accountable, but you don't give notice. You just go and filing liens and trying to make a claim on a bond without you don't give notice at all. You got to give notice. Have proof of it too. And I had it written inside my motion. So inside my motion, I had an affidavit attached to my motion, sworn under penalty of perjury, notarized, witnesses by 2 witnesses, and I attached to that motion, as an exhibit, a copy of the actual form that they had us to fill out when I went to the hearing. It was the actual form. It wasn't a copy of it. It was the actual form. And so to substantiate what I was, my claim, what they did. And that's the reason why I didn't go in there, because it's a violation of your right to privacy. You shouldn't have to fill out no financial affidavits in order to participate in a hearing. You're supposed to just go to the damn hearing. If you're going to go there, you just don't have me doing all this extra shit that I don't agree to. Some people file objections in the case. If they file an objection to a court case, then it creates an implied consent. It makes it look like I'm agreeing to it because I gave you an affidavit with information that I didn't have to give you. You have the right to privacy, and they can't violate that. So that's the reason why I responded anyway. And but anyway, so I went both ways. So risk management got served. She got the opposing party got served. They got filed into the court case as well. And plus the case got tendered. So Rule 60B, I went with defraud. I went with number 5, which would be the case is discharged. You'll probably see that if you look in Rule 60 and you look on Cornell Law. Look on Cornell Law website, it tells you about the Rule 60. And go down to B as in boy, and you'll find it. And you'll see what I'm talking about. So that's the move I made. And so on top of me tendering it. So tendering is a process. I already said I'm not going to talk about that on the internet. I won't. That's something you just don't do. The Attorney General's office is a constitutional office, according to their website. So, it's a constitutional office. Just know that you're, well, I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna go there. That's pretty much how I'm gonna leave that. So I'm gonna send a notice of inquiry to that same office, because according to the law, you can actually inquire about the court case. I can inquire about whatever it is you want to inquire about. You want to know that there's a move going on, what's going on with the court, with the actual tender, so they can give you some feedback on it, instead of you just, trying to get with the opposing party, because she tried to like she don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I didn't send it to her. At the same time, a lot of times you talk to an attorney, they will try to manipulate you. They talking to you one-on-one, they try to act like you don't know what you're talking about, or they'll try to play those mind games with you, so that you'll second guess what you're doing when you know what the fuck you read in the laws. So I didn't want to meet with this lady. She wanted to meet with me on one-on-one. Well, she didn't say one-on-one. She said come by the office, want me to come and meet. Because I don't understand some of the terms you're using. I'm like, I said a tender of payment. How you don't understand a tender of payment? And you type up negotiable instruments for a living. You gonna sit and act like you don't know what a tender of payment is? So I didn't go there. I didn't go into a debate with her about it. I just, at first I agreed, but I changed my mind. A couple of days later, I emailed and said, no, I'm not coming up in there. I can't do that. It don't feel comfortable going up in there talking to her one-on-one. Every time I talk to an attorney, they always manipulate you. Every fucking one of them. So I've never met one that will keep it straight to the point or whatever, so I'd rather not even deal with them like that. So I won't. I'd rather keep it in the email, because it was a CC'd email. That's what we were doing. While I was trying to email the Attorney General's office, I don't know who was getting the emails, but nobody was responding. So it was just me and her going back and forth. So I'm like, let me just send a notice of inquiry straight to them, so that they can respond to me about this court case. So about that tender. And so I can get some feedback on that. So that's what I'll be typing up today once I leave this gym. I'm gonna give me a good workout, because I ain't worked out today. So get this gym, and go and type it on up, send it on out, and I'll keep y'all posted on that. Let you know what they said, but probably not, word for word, but just something that needs to be done on the private side. You don't want to be putting it out on a public forum, speaking about the mechanics of it. That's pretty much it. And I'm looking forward to, I'll keep y'all posted about the legitimation process. They told me to give them about a week or two, and then I can call and find out whether or not she's been served. Process server generally gives 3 chances to serve, and it's going to be the deputy sheriff department. It's a deputy sheriff most likely going to go to her and serve her, because so once she gets served, then there's an order that comes forward, to do the petition. Not petition, but an order for legitimation. So for us to meet somewhere and do the genetic testing. I'll keep y'all posted on that. So the truth is about to come out, and everything is about to be, unveiled. Everybody, everything is falling together as planned. So, once you learn how to deal with the financial aspect of a court case, particularly concerning child support, and then the legitimation part won't be a problem. Because I think that's mainly where us guys run from. We try to avoid being caught up as a debt slave when it comes to these peanut situations. So once you master about having to do a tender to a court case and shutting the case down like that, then it be, then the other part be, you won't have a problem with giving DNA and putting your name on the birth certificate and all that different stuff. You won't have a problem doing that. But that's pretty much the strategy. So just handle it like that. But anyway, I'll keep y'all posted. And that's all I can say right now. I ain't gonna go into no extra shit. But we'll see y'all in the next video. I'm gonna go and get this workout, see if I can get fine as hell. And I'll see y'all in the next video.